Hey, welcome to my channel. My name's Panache and I'm really happy to have you here. If it is your first time here, welcome to the PARTY, cause we wanna. That's what's up. Welcome to the party. I'm obviously really happy to have you here. And I just hope that I can keep you here and you just continue to gain something from these videos. I don't want you to just just be here and hear me waffle and gain nothing. Like, hopefully you feel encouraged, energized, or like motivated to do something after watching my videos. And if it is not your first time, baby, I love you, I appreciate I love and appreciate you. You have seen me through 2023 to 2024, and you know what? You're a real one. It's giving loyalty. It's giving stand. It's giving day one, stage one. But no, for real, I appreciate all of you new and returning viewers. I appreciate all of you. Yes, let's jump straight in. Let's start by saying happy new year to all of you. I hope that your Christmas and your New Year was amazing. The crossover, I hope, was amazing. We're now, well, for me right now, I'm in the 3rd day of the new year. Hopefully you should see this on the 4th day because your girl is still editing videos. If I can, I'll try and do it all today, but it's just hectic. It's late. It's been a day. But yeah, like, I hope that so far you started to action a lot of the things that you were wanting to do in this new year. Like, don't lose momentum. Don't tell yourself, okay, like, I'm going to start later. No, like, one thing that I have loved so far about 2024 is the fact that the 1st of January was on a Monday. Like, I wish I could explain how much joy this made me feel. I don't even know why. Like, I wouldn't say I'm like an organizational freak or like but it genuinely, like, I'm just like, this makes so much sense. It just makes sense. It's the 1st on a Monday. It's just in order. It's just like, I like it. I really, I like it. I like it. I really like it. But yeah, let me not get derailed because this is what happens all the time. I sort of jump on and off the train of thoughts. But yeah, like, I loved the fact that the 1st of Jan was on a Monday and now it's the 3rd, so it's obviously Wednesday. Like, it's just brilliant, isn't it? Gosh, let me calm down. But yeah, I feel like this year is just, it's giving organized. It's giving structure, she says. Ask me again in July. Ask me again in like November. Things might have just, but yeah, I'm really excited for this year. And as I've said, I really hope that you're all just doing what you had told yourself you were going to do. If you had set yourself fitness goals, I hope you've started. I hope you're already eating clean. I hope you're already going gym. If you set yourself financial goals, it's the 3rd day. Even if it's like transferring £5 into that savings account just to get you started, do that just to build the habit and build the, situation. Like, do what you've got to do, but get the ball rolling because, guys, we are in 2024. And if you don't plan, life will just happen anyway. I'm sure I've said this in one of my other videos. Like, if you actually don't have a plan, the days will still go, the year will still come, and we'll be doing reflection again of like, what have we achieved this year? And you'll be like, oh my God, I don't know. I don't think I achieved anything. Make a plan, execute it, because January is nearly over, you guys. No pressure. Yeah, so I wanted to talk today about what I'm doing in January. So for me, for January, I am fasting for 31 days. So this is something that I love to do. I think it helps me to just like spiritually align and just like be clear, like clear my head, clear my mind, and just approach the new year with obviously instruction from the Most High God, Yahweh, shout out. But like, yeah, I really like to fast and I just like to do like a cleanse. And this year, like, the cleanse has been different. So not only am I fasting food for 31 days, pause. I'm not saying 31 days of not eating, total dry fast. yeah, I haven't got to that level yet. Maybe one day I'll do it. I'll need like a support system with me. I don't know. Yeah, we're not there, but I break my fast in the evening. But yeah, I'm doing like 31 days of fasting, and during the day I'm not eating at all until like 5 p.m., 6 p.m. And then on top of this, in this 31 days, I have cancelled out so much stuff, including like social media. So I'm not going to be posting on TikTok, Instagram. I won't be on socials at all. I'm going to be on YouTube because the content got to keep getting created, you know. But yeah, like I've took off all social media, so I'm not even going to be scrolling or whatever, just to give myself like a cleanse, like a palate cleanse, mental palate cleanse, if that's a thing. Yeah, so I've given up social media, I've given up junk food. I don't actually have it that much, but now and then I might cave for like a Nando's. So that I've also counted that as one of the things I'm not doing. I'm not having junk food. I've cut out sugar from my diet. You know, like I've cut out a lot of things that I enjoy so that I can focus my time and my energy on God. So some people might ask, what's the difference between like fasting and dieting? Or like, what's the difference with intermittent fasting and like what you're doing? The difference is that in the season of fasting, what you do is you're supposed to make sure that you spend that time and you dedicate that time to God even more than you normally would. You should even, I'll put up the scripture, but there's a scripture that talks about during this time of fasting, you should be giving to others. You should be doing stuff for other people. Because the point of fasting is the dying of self, dying to your flesh, dying to your own desires, to be able to be aligned with God's will of what He needs you to do and achieve. And you know, when you remove these things, on top of the fact that, and this is the beauty of God, right? God, He just wants us to all be beautiful inside and out, child, because not only, yes, is it spiritual cleansing, but it's also physical cleansing. Like, guys, I'm obviously gonna lose weight if I am not eating until, you know, the evenings. Hello. I mean, if I'm doing it correctly and eating clean, but yeah, like, you know, just doing the fast alone is going to help me physically, even on the weight loss aspects of things, but also spiritually, there's a lot that's going on. And then when we look at like the cutting out of the sugar and all these things, and these are things that I sort of meditated on and felt led to remove. Yeah, so there's quite a few things that I've removed from my diet. And on this journey, I've got four weeks in a month. I mean, we all have 4 weeks in a month. But within this month, every video, I will sort of be speaking about the stages I'm at with the fast, what's going on, how it's been, how it's going, and all that like manner of things. And, you know, for me, the end goal is to be in a position where I have a stronger relationship with God, of course. B, to be in a position where I'm coming into the rest of the year sort of orderly, organized, and feeling like, yes, confident that I've prayed, I've dedicated all this stuff to God, and these are the steps I'm taking. Granted, things can happen, like, and sometimes God redirects our steps. And sometimes, like, these things that, these goals and tasks I've given myself for this year, that during this season of fasting, the Lord might make me pivot and change direction and be like, actually, maybe don't do this year, maybe do this instead, or maybe don't do it this way, do it this way instead. So yeah, like that's just some of like the initial gists of this whole fasting thing. Like, it's literally like denying yourself of things that you enjoy and love in order to dig deeper and search for things that are more meaningful. And it also helps with like self-control, it helps with diligence, helps with, you know, perseverance. It's character building as well as it is spiritually, you know, as well as it is spiritual development. So one thing about fasting is that you're gonna see a lot of temptation. Like, I think I spoke about this on the video that I did on TikTok in December, where I was saying like, you'll realize that when you decide to fast, that's when that one friend is gonna be like, oh, you know, come on, let's go out, let's go and grab some food, let's go and grab brunch, I'll pay for everything, just show up, I miss you. Like, excuse me, ma'am or sir, never ever ever do you offer to pay for my brunch, and now you've decided it's a great time for you to say, hey, do you know what, come and eat food before your cough time. Like, please stop that. But you will see a lot of things like that. Like, it just happens. It's not to say that people are being malicious or whatever. It's just how it is. And sometimes, the enemy also likes to tempt. But it's just also like, sometimes it's like just that test of you, and to see where you're actually at and how serious you are about what you're doing. So there can be those types of temptations. There can also be the temptations of like people really getting under your skin during this season, or someone really trying to annoy you or pushing you into a place of anger. It's really important that during a fast you are focused on being at peace, being calm, being Christ-like. Like, you want to do your best to stay in a upwards posture. You want to keep, I'm trying to speak in a way that makes sense and not be too like biblical with the language, but like you want to stay in a place where it's like you're more like Christ, Christ-like, which I said. And at times you're going to see that all these things start to happen that want to make you angry, they want to frustrate you, or they want to just push you into like being out of this space. And anytime you see these types of temptations, it's about recognizing it and taking action to avoid slipping into your normal ways of reacting. So like for me, one thing I've started doing is like I'll sing. I have said previously how I used to like have issues with, being a bit short-tempered and anger. I'm truly delivered of that. Like, I'm no longer like an angry person. But sometimes there's certain things that will happen, and suddenly I'm literally like, I can feel the rage rising up. And I just have to sing. Like, someone will do something so crazy or so dumb and so like unprovoked and wild that it wouldn't be crazy for me to respond in a wild manner. But then I have to remember this season I'm in and just sort of draw myself in. And I usually draw myself in through, I'll sing a gospel song to myself. I will, I'll do many things just to try and not pop off, or to try and not get into a certain state. Even like fighting like negative thoughts and being in a depressive state or anything, kind of low and down. Anything that wants to take you away from just being in a place of worship, having a heart posture of worship, just worshiping God, being at peace, filled with joy. And things are going to happen. Life is going to throw curveballs at you, but you have to sort of keep strong, and finding what strengthens you and making that prayer sometimes when it gets peak, because sometimes it does get peak. Sorry, I can feel like, you can feel like a hair. I think I got it. Oh, but yeah, sometimes it gets peak and you just have to pray. You just have to give it to God. But the beauty of fasting is just like pruning. Like when you have flowers, let's say you've got roses, and you have these roses, and they sometimes grow these extra little bits and bobs that aren't maybe aesthetically pleasing, or they have these weeds. Let's say you've got rose bush and then there's weeds and stuff trying to grow in. What the Lord does is, like, if you're a gardener, you're gonna go and you're gonna like cut off all of the weeds, right? And you're gonna cut off certain bits and clip off the dead stems and whatever else, which is painful, right? But you're doing it so that the rose can continue to grow. Or if you're trying to grow out your hair, you have to trim off the split ends if you want your hair to grow and to be healthy. Sometimes if you want to develop and progress in life, you have to cut off the bad friends that are dragging you back, or people that like pull you into like destructive habits. This is kind of like the process that begins to happen during your fasting season, and even just through your season as a Christian. We will talk more about this later, but you will always go through like a season where you are sort of, God is pruning you, he's refining you, he's purifying you. And when you put gold in fire to refine it, it is still in fire. Like, fire burns. And this is something that was actually said the other day by one of the prophets at church. Like, fire burns. Okay, so it's not going to be just like, oh yeah, it's gold getting purified. It's a painful process. To be purified is a painful process. To get cleansed, to be prepared for something is painful. If you're preparing for a weightlifting competition and you're a bodybuilder, it's painful. Your body, your muscles have to tear and grow. If you're preparing for whatever it is, you have to put in the grueling time. You have to put in the work. You have to do what needs to be done to get the beautiful process. You know, I think we all live in this sort of microwave generation where we're so used to instant gratification, everything being quick, everything being immediate. Truth of the matter is, most things that are of quality take time. Even like diamonds are made from pressure. Diamonds are literally made from rocks pressing each other for thousands and thousands of years. I'm going to say thousands if I'm wrong, sorry guys, but it's definitely for a long, long period of time. And then eventually, poof, get a rock or get a diamond. You know, they're created in pressure and it takes time. You could slow cook. You know, have you ever done slow cooked oxtail or like beef? You know, when you really slow cook the beef and you take your time and it's tender and it's like, it just falls off and it's just, you know, there's that type of beef. And then I don't know if you've ever tried to cook beef where like you put it in the pan, the heat is up and you're just frying it real quick. You'll find yourself like, you'll be fighting to rip off the beef and chewing the beef for 10,000 years. It's giving bubble gum and chewing gum and just, you know, you come out with strong jaw muscles from like beef that's not cooked properly, sorry. And it's that understanding of good things take time. Even when, you know, you want to eat clean and you're like, oh, I want to get organic food. Organic food, we'd hope, is the, you know, the type of fruit and veg that's grown, and animals of course, that are like grown traditionally without all of the extra bits and bobs that they add to make the fruit bigger, to make it a brighter color. Like there's a lot of things that are put in our foods that, you know, it's basically put there for mass production and for it to just be quicker. Like, you know, we're consumers. We all consume. We eat way too much. As people, we eat way too much. So, you know, now people are like injecting all this stuff into vegetables, injecting all this stuff into fruits. And now like you can get yourself the organic stuff because it doesn't have this stuff. But the thing is, you know, that these are things that took time to grow. You know, that there's a season. You know, everything takes time. When done correctly, it takes time and it comes to fruition beautifully. And I think that's something we have to learn as a people to embrace again. You know, we live in a world of Netflix and Amazon Prime, you know, all these things. And don't get me wrong, I love me some Netflix and some Amazon Prime. That's also, sidebar, that's also another thing I've given up, is streaming and watching TV shows. I'm watching nothing right now, nothing, except like sermons or videos on something like on YouTube, like something educational, something that's going to be educating me or spiritually edifying me. That's all I'm watching. But there's no TV, no Netflix, no programs, nada, zilch. And it's crazy because you start to realize just how much time you waste on these things. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, like through this season and through these next few videos that I'll do, I'm going to just be talking about the different things I'm learning and the different things that have been revealed to me, the painful things that have been revealed to me, like even how it's like revealed to me how I spend way too much time scrolling on social media. I spend way too much time watching Netflix if I'm not on social media, because now that I've removed the two, and I haven't even deleted my social media, I've kept it there because I want to also build the discipline of like not clicking on it. Like on the first day, I found myself literally just like muscle memory clicking on the app, even though I didn't want to be on Instagram. Like, what's that about? Why am I opening TikTok when I don't want to be on TikTok? Make it make sense. So I've literally like put myself in this season where God is now showing me like, girl, you spend way too much time doing nothing. And I'm like, oh, that'll do it. That'll do it. And like I'm now trying to like embrace other things. So I have a lot of books, like a lot of books. I'm now trying to read more. You know, I'm trying to make more time to pray, to read my Bible, to read other books. And also the other thing I'm doing is trying to find different forms of entertainment. Over Christmas, my siblings always do like puzzles. We do games like Monopoly, blah, 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 you know, the classics. But we also do puzzles. And usually I don't participate in the puzzles. I'm just usually doing something. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm always doing something. So I've given myself this month to be like, you know what, I'm going to do puzzles in my spare time. I bought a puzzle. Well, no, I didn't buy it. My sister bought a puzzle and then she gave it to me. She was like, you know, take this one, see how it goes. So I'll let you guys also know how that's going. But yes, again, you know, I have to bid you adieu because the time is running out. But yeah, this is just sort of like an update of where I'm at, what I'm doing. And I hope, you guys have also started actioning whatever it is you need to do for this year. If you want to join me and do 31 days of prayer and fasting, like, let me know how your journey's going. Like, let's all start together. And then in the comments, let me know like different prayer points, what you're like trusting God for, or like what you want to change in your life, what you're looking to see, by the end of the month, by halfway through the year, by the end of the year. And yeah, I think 2024 is just, yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's because the first was on a Monday. It just feels right. And obviously, starting as well with prayer and fasting and dedicating the whole year to God. I'm just really excited for this year. I know that whatever happens, God's going to carry me through. And I'll be speaking about every single thing within reason with you guys and just updating you on the journey. And yeah, so let me wrap up, and I want to say thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it was a bit different. I was a bit like, do I talk to you guys about the fasting thing or not? Like, will you care? But if this is what the Lord has placed in my heart, it is what it is. But no, for real, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll be back next week with an update on how the fast is going, life, what's been going on, what I've been doing. And yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Have a great evening, afternoon, or morning, depending on where you are. And I'll catch you again soon.